Hey guys, it's Deli here today and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be renovating this apartment in San Myshuno, I think in the Spice District, 20 Culpeper House. And we're going to be renovating this apartment for my new Let's Play, which some of you guys might already know about because I did a video a couple of days ago where I created some characters for our new LP. And basically it's going to be 3 girls, 3 guys. 3 of the guys live in this apartment that we're currently rebuilding and renovating, and 3 girls will live in the apartment across the hallway, and they're going to be friends, you know? So yeah, basically that's the general idea behind the Let's Play, set in the city. And I really have, I guess, gone ahead and decided to base this series on several different sitcoms. I have been watching a lot of American sitcoms, particularly ones from the 90s and early 2000s, and I actually had a nap the other day. I've been trying to think of what kind of Let's Play I want to do for a while, and while I was napping the other day, I kind of fused together some different characters from different sitcoms and thought about them as Sims, so I kind of half dreamt about it, and then I made the Sims and created a Sim, and here we are. So a lot of you guys will probably be getting vibes of Big Bang Theory, Friends, Will and Grace, those types of sitcoms. And yeah, totally, all of them have inspired me a little bit, but I don't think any of the characters are really fully mirroring exactly what's happened in any sitcoms or anyone who stars in the sitcoms. They're all very unique characters in any case, but definitely there's going to be inspiration from TV shows that you may or may not have seen, as well as Silicon Valley too. Silicon Valley is one of my favorite recent TV shows. So, oh, and of course, like many American sitcoms, the apartments are always ridiculously big, especially in places that are like New York City. And you're always like, how could these young people ever afford this apartment? And basically, apartments are usually oversized in these TV shows purely for camera work to be easier. So the bigger the space, the easier you can get different camera angles and film sitcoms that way. That's also why I believe there's often staircases to make the TV shows look a little bit more dynamic and less just like a set. So there's a lot of staircases included. Often there's platforms to kind of give a little bit of a dynamic feel as well. And I would have loved to put a platform in here, like a platform kitchen or something that's always in sitcoms, but I couldn't do that in this apartment, unfortunately. But anyway, this apartment's going to be for 3 guy Sims. If you want to know more about them, you can definitely watch my other video, but just to give you a quick heads up, one of the guys living here, his name is Alistair. He has an Indian background. He is a computer whiz, super smart, nerdy kind of guy. And he's going to have just started earning really big money. So he's kind of going to be figuring out in the Let's Play which friends are using him for money and who is actually there even if he wasn't successful. And also he's going to be dealing with the fact that he's going to have a lot of money. His friends are still earning more realistic incomes for their age. So there's going to be that little bit of separation and divide in how far ahead he's gotten, and also maybe becoming a little bit arrogant because of that money. So his character's definitely inspired by Richard from Silicon Valley, if you guys have seen that. But obviously he doesn't look anything like Richard. Then we have Mason Goods. Mason is going to be the goofball. He's going to be the jokester, the musical genius. He's going to be busking. He really doesn't care about, you know, fancy stuff. He just likes being an artsy Sim. And then last of all, there's Atticus, who lives with Mason and Alistair. And Atticus is so cute. He's going to be super nerd. He really wants to find the perfect soulmate. He's gay, so he's really searching for that perfect man. And he's a loner. He's gloomy, but he's also a really, really nice and good Sim. So you guys will see each of their bedrooms soon. But that's just to give an overarching idea of who lives in this apartment. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's meant to look dated. It's meant to look like an older apartment, maybe from the 90s, Maybe even going as far back as the 70s, you know, there's a few things around that you're like, ooh. And these guys are very stereotypical young guys who've just collected a lot of stuff, chucked it in the apartment. It's a bit messy, it's a bit grubby, it's a bit run down, and there's going to be a few like kooky things around the place, like little statues and things they've collected and a lot of tech stuff to suit the kind of couple of nerdy guys. And Mason, I think, will be really into gaming and stuff, but he's not like, he's more into music and creativity. So maybe they met at university, or maybe they put an ad up and Mason moved in. But I definitely feel like Atticus and Alistair were already studying together, and maybe Mason kind of found them along the way. I also wanted to have a laundry in here just because there was so much space. It's like, well, may as well put a laundry, and also having dirty clothes is going to add to the mess inside their home. And, you know, maybe at some point some of the girls will have a fight and one of them decides to move in and is like, oh my gosh, I cannot deal with this mess and tries to give it a bit of a clean or something. Or maybe the guys decide that at some point. I'm really interested to hear ideas from you guys about what you want to happen. But I loved having the classic color coordinated bathrooms. We've got the minty green bathroom and then the pink bathroom with kind of dated dark brown cupboards and like colored sinks. I really enjoyed creating this. And I'm actually going to do the girls' apartment probably on a live stream later today. So if you guys are wanting to tune into some live streams, I'm going to be prioritizing to go live a lot more really soon. So yeah, check out my live streaming channel on Twitch and download the app if you haven't already, because I know sometimes you guys get confused and think I'll be live on YouTube, but I'm only live on Twitch. And that was so funny. I was trying to use I wanted to use a fluffy toilet seat cover and a fluffy mat. We don't have them in The Sims, but you know how they add so many toilets to the game? I'm like, the one toilet I want is a fluffy toilet seat covered toilet. That's what I'd like. Otherwise, no more toilets. We have enough. Also using a whole heap of these vampire water stains in the bathroom and also plaster breakage marks. They've probably found that little bath, like foot mat thing at, I don't know, a cheap store, and it's got whales on it, and they're like, that's cool. There's also a lot of graduation certificates and images around the place, also some space and astrology type things, because I thought, oh, they probably have a bit of interest in rocket science and all of that. And soon, before the LP gets started, I'm also going to be setting all of their jobs and careers and maybe popping in a few of the skills for the purpose of storytelling. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan for the LP. LP. And I think it's also a bit of a combination between two Let's Plays that I've done. I've done one Let's Play called Hampton Falls, which was really dramatic. It was like wealthy families having affairs, murders, all of that. And then there was another Let's Play that a lot of you guys also liked, and that was called Parenthood. And Parenthood was very much based on a more realistic storyline of, a single mom bringing up a daughter. And I won't spoil any of it because you guys may or may not want to watch it, but I kind of wanted to combine both drama in more of a normal setting. So yeah, we'll have fun with it. I mean, who knows? If we're not into it, it might only be a shorter series, but hopefully we see how it goes and we enjoy it. So that's the plan, kids. It's gonna be real swell. Also, because there's so much room in this apartment, I was like, oh gosh, this kitchen's gonna end up being massive. I also felt like those walls that all those window bay areas that kind of go out on an angle, which unfortunately mean that you can't change the direction of the floor tiling because it's in an apartment. I couldn't edit that. But those looked really weird to me, and I thought it would be fun to kind of accentuate this being a little bit of a weird and dated apartment by having the spandrels as well. So if you're like, why are there columns and spandrels? I just thought it would be fun to make it look a little bit more unique and weird. And the dining table's kind of awkwardly shoved in against the wall there. There's filing cabinets that they probably just like took from uni or something, and weird little gnomes around the place. This is the type of apartment that would drive me nuts if I was living here in a share house. I'd be like, it's too messy. It's too messy and too random. But other people, I feel like a lot of you would love it. You'd be like, yes, I love all the weird stuff. I love that it's kind of old and mismatched and all of that. We definitely had to have one chair in there that was mismatched because, hello, I love a mismatched chair whenever I can get one in there and it makes sense. So yeah, just putting up some blinds, all of that. My first pet stuff. We are going to change them, I think, soon. Yeah, I didn't keep them for very long. And I think we're going to change these curtains again because I was like, no, don't like them. So don't get too attached to the current curtains sitting there. I also love this lamp from University, and it's kind of a little bit similar to Seasons one. And I thought this little gnome was so cute. I love that gnome. And you can stack those gnomes on top of each other forever, and it looks so funny. And then I was like, maybe there's like a random lounge chair in the middle of the kitchen, so someone just sits there while the others are cooking. I wanted some more dated looking tiles. And then I was thinking, could we put a wall here and kind of put a half wall and finish it off nicely? And then I thought, let's do like a 70s hidey hole wall. Let's move the cabinets or move the wall back and create a little hidey hole. I almost did the Jungle Adventures window, the little peep window without any glass, but I figured, let's just do like a hole with a spandrel in it, which you'll see in a second. I don't know, it just makes it look a little bit more dated and random. So I thought that would work quite well. But yeah, definitely spending a lot of time on this kitchen. I just really, really enjoyed this build a lot. And here's the little hidey hole that we decided not to use. I think I didn't use it because it wasn't really well centered on the wall. Like it was just sitting a little bit weirdly. So in the end, we go for a little spandrel. Oh, this just started looking like Tudor style. It was too much. So we get this moldy green looking spandrel in there. Nice. It's like moldy poo green. Love that. And that's our little kitchen area. So you could serve a coffee through there or even access the coffee machine by reaching over. We've got to have a little bit of climate control. I don't mind if the bills get quite high because making money and managing money will probably be something that we explore in this Let's Play too. I just wish that the Sims could have separated funds and then one of them wouldn't be able to come up for rent. I mean, I guess if they have really not a whole lot of money at all, that could start you're not earning enough money to contribute to rent. Maybe one of them will have to move out into the guy's house. This rug I downloaded as custom content from Teekalu, Teekalu. And I really, really like it, but it's just a little bit leaning on alpha, in my opinion, like alpha content, meaning it doesn't quite match the Maxis aesthetic in the game. But I still keep trying to use it, and I just haven't felt like is Maxis match enough for me yet. But I really want to find some other Maxis match rugs that maybe have a bit more of a Persian vibe to them. I'd really like that. But it's really hard to find and make it look Maxis match too. And then I thought this table made from crates was perfect. The wooden crate coffee table. There's definitely a mix of furniture. So like the TV stand looks like it's quite new. Maybe they bought it from IKEA. But then there's like an old couch and chair that could have been found in San Myshuno at what's it called? The flea market. I actually think there's a lot of things in here that come up at the flea market. There's blueprints, posters. It's just like a bit of a hot mess. And we're going to put a whole heap of clutter on this coffee table. It's going to be clutter mania. So if you're into clutter, get ready. You're going to be happy about it. And if you're wondering of course we had to have Baby Yoda. If you guys were wondering how I was accessing a lot of these items that you don't usually find in the Build and Buy catalog, it's a couple of different cheats. I used, first of all, bb.moveObjectsOn is a cheat that allows you to intersect objects, so place them around the place. Place them off the grid. If you use the 9 and 0 keys whilst holding down Control, you are able to lift objects up and down off the ground. So that also helps a little bit if you can't place objects on surfaces. You can make it look like they are. But a lot of these things, like bugs that you'd usually have to find in the game, this is from... Oh wait, did I say hidden objects or bb.move objects on? Move objects cheat means you can move it off the grid. These objects are from a hidden object cheat, the show hidden objects cheat. And then I also have another cheat, which is, what is it? It's like unlocks entitlements. Ignore gameplay, unlock entitlements. That is a cheat to unlock anything you'd usually find in gameplay. So any of the unlockable objects, that's how you get those. Because I know I get asked about that a lot. And like all of the space pictures, that's in, I think, hidden objects. And then you type in the search debug. Really, if you've never seen any of those cheats before, you really should just Google them because there's heaps of pages that just tell you how to find them in videos. And it becomes straightforward once you understand that. It sounds complicated, me just telling you. And there's some city living posters. So in terms of custom content in this build, the downlights are custom content because they're just base game lights resized to be small, so you don't have to keep resizing them. But I think that's it. Did I use any other custom content? I'm pretty sure it's only some of those downlights. So if you want to download this, you just have to stick the downlights in and you're ready to go. You're ready to rumble, kids. So this first room is going to be Alistair's room. So Alistair's the kind of the rich nerd, up and coming nerd guy. This is going to be his room. So I thought, okay, well, he'll probably have a bed that is decent, but he probably hasn't gotten used to having much money yet. So he's probably thinking he still needs to budget a lot. So he doesn't have a really expensive bed yet. And he probably got just the most basic bedspread he could find, or maybe something that his mum bought him. So we went for this more checkered pattern, which in this instance looks a little bit more dated, the way it's been styled. But then he'll have like randomly a super nice computer desk that he's bought, and then randomly old cabinets. So it's kind of like he's starting to come into a bit of money, but he hasn't, been bothered or wanted to redo all of his bedroom furniture or move into his own place yet. And yeah, it's pretty much just simple. I also wanted his room to feel a little sparse, like he hadn't quite filled it all up yet. And one thing that people do that annoys me so much, but I bet a lot of you guys do this, is have at the end of your bed a TV. I just really dislike that idea because I've never ever wanted a TV in my room because I feel like TVs keep me awake. They don't help me sleep. It's just like the light keeps me awake. So whenever I see TVs at the end of people's beds, I'm just like, oh, how do you get to sleep after having that in your face, like watching stuff? I just can't do it. He's also got like this random skeleton man that is actually from Jungle Adventures, but I feel like it could be maybe, I don't know, something that he built from lots of tiny little blocks, or maybe it is a character from a game that was maybe in a game store and he got to keep the statue that he worked in, or something like that, I'm not really thinking that he went to the Jungle Adventure world and found it himself in a temple. He's not that. He's a little lazy, I think. Ambitious, but he's not gonna go hiking, in Selva Dorada. Genius poster there, couple of cracks and stuff. But yeah, his rooms, he's got the biggest room, but it's like he doesn't have enough furniture to fill it up. Now this room is actually the best room because this room has an ensuite. So I feel like Alistair should have had this room, but he was like, no, I want the room that's away from everyone else. So this room is going to be Mason's, and it's very different to Alistair's because he is more of leaning on being a little bit hippie, creative. He likes nature, so he's definitely into all the plants, the big plant movements. So basically, I just wanted to fill us up with heaps of plants, have some instruments, and, he's got a little bit of style. He's stacked some vintage suitcases. He's got a nice candle there. He's got it going on. Mason's got a little bit of style. He doesn't have a whole heap of money, but he got style. He has some swagger. I sound so awkward when I say that. And these are custom content. Okay, so I'm using some custom content plants here because I really wanted to make it look super Pinterest plant bedroom, you know? But still the room's really dated looking. And he's into the moon as well. He has that in common with the other guys, into space. But yeah, he just loves his plants. He's got some dated wallpaper here, dated sconces. They have wardrobes in their rooms. And I also thought he could get a bit of comedy going. So I got a microphone for him to get his comedy skill worked up. I love this mirror as well. That mirror is so pretty. And that came from City Living, actually. So yeah, that's pretty much Mason's room coming together. And what really brings it or finalizes his room is definitely having a couple of guitars in there. And I thought I'd add a couple of these little poofs around the place. So yeah, let me know which bedroom you would live in. I'd have Mason's room because I like the plants. And I like an ensuite, personally. I'd take a bedroom with an ensuite any day over the bigger bedroom. So this room is going to be Atticus's room. Atticus's. And he is so sweet. He has a single bed. You know, he's like, I don't need a double bed. I only need a single bed. And he probably comes from a family who's very conservative and is like, no, you can't share a bed with a woman or a man until you're married, something like that. Those are probably more his family's beliefs, and he sticks by them and respects that. So he differs from the others in that way. But he loves space, so he kind of has a bit of a dorky space Duna set that, you know, I'd probably use that bed for more kid sims and teen sims. But I reckon a whole heap of you guys would feel attacked because you're probably like, that's like the exact same bedspread that I have at home and I'm 32. So if you have that, no shame, good on you. I'm just saying for me, I probably wouldn't use it for my adult sims usually, but I feel like Atticus would love it. So he's getting that bedspread. And then there were all of these posters from Strangerville, which I really liked, that we've kind of put up around the house as well that I unlocked too. But yeah, he's just very like single bed. I've got my mirror, you know, things are all in their places, a nice little wastebasket. He even has his own shoe stand and you know, jacket and hat hook because he likes to feel organized and traditional in that way. So he's really, really cute. He's essentially made the front door area at the door of his bedroom because he can't put it in the rest of the house. So he's kind of created his own little house inside of his bedroom. We could have put like a little mini bar fridge and microwave, and he could be a real germaphobe and be like, I like to make all of my food in my room. And I love that he's got space for a bigger desk, but he just has the little desk because that's all he needs. He doesn't need any more. And he also really likes cats, I've decided. So he has like a little cat toy there that he kind of pats sometimes when he's on his laptop. So he's really sweet. And then he has this really nice armchair too. And a few files there. It's all very neat. Oh, and his void critters. He loves his void critters too. He probably collects lots of void critters. But his room's definitely feeling a little more neat. Anyway, guys, this is the finished product. You know, we got Mason's room, the ensuite bathroom attached to his room, very pink. This is the pastel green bathroom, greeny teal bathroom in contrast. So laundry area, and here's the floor plan. Oh, so it's all out of order. Sometimes when I put the images in, I don't know why it's all out of order. This is the lounge room. I reckon this is pretty share house looking. These are the boys, all of them just playing a little bit of foosball. And that's also the exterior of the building. Wow, it's really messed up a lot. Oh dear, and that's the entrance to the brownstone building as well. The entrance to the house is here. I thought we could maybe collect a few things. I wanted it to have a bit of a junky vibe, actually. Junky, hoardy vibe. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm curious to hear if you like this apartment and kind of get the look I was going for. And I'll also upload it to the gallery so you can download it as a room. I'll just delete a couple of the walls. So yeah. Oh, and make sure to turn the show custom content filter just so you're able to download it. And don't worry, custom content will not be downloaded with it. So don't worry about that being in your game. Anyway, guys, I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And I can't wait to speak to y'all soon. Dag dag!